Before we dive into these critical survival tools, I want to ask you to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you're serious about uncovering hidden history and the practical lessons from the past. This isn't just a stroll down memory lane. This is knowledge that kept families alive during the darkest days of World War II, and it can teach us timeless survival lessons today. From rationing essentials to ingenious makeshift devices, these tools reveal the resilience and creativity of ordinary people who faced extraordinary danger. During World War II, survival wasn't just about avoiding bombs or air raids. Families across Europe and beyond had to manage extreme scarcity, long periods without fresh food, and the constant threat of enemy occupation. What kept them alive wasn't always high-tech military gear, but simple, reliable tools that could be adapted to the realities of everyday wartime life. Understanding these tools gives us insight into the resourcefulness of the past and can even inform how we prepare for crises today. Let's break down the 5 essential survival tools that made life possible for families during World War II. Families relied on hand-cranked radios to stay informed and safe. In an age before smartphones and instant news, information was as valuable as food. Hand-cranked radios became lifelines, allowing families to monitor broadcasts for air raid warnings, ration updates, and news from the front lines. These radios didn't rely on batteries. They could be powered manually by turning a crank, making them indispensable during blackouts or extended power outages. A practical lesson for today's survivalist is to invest in a reliable hand crank or solar-powered radio. Learn to rotate the crank efficiently to maximize playtime, and set up a routine to check local broadcasts at critical times, ensuring you never miss essential information during an emergency. Ration books and measuring tools help families stretch every resource. Food scarcity forced families to become experts in measurement and allocation. Ration books weren't just government paperwork. They were lifelines that determined what a family could eat each week. Measuring cups, spoons, and scales became critical tools for making ingredients last. Families learned to stretch a small portion of flour into bread or a single can of condensed milk into multiple meals. Modern preppers can take this lesson to heart by practicing portion control and meal planning using scales or even basic measuring cups. Start by calculating your weekly grocery needs and test how long essential ingredients can last if rationed carefully. These simple practices translate directly from wartime survival into practical modern preparedness. Gardening tools allowed families to produce their own food under constant threat. Victory gardens weren't just patriotic, they were essential for survival. Families dug small plots in backyards, unused lots, and even rooftops to grow vegetables. Simple tools like spades, trowels, and watering cans were enough to sustain a family through the toughest months. The act of growing your own food underlines a critical principle: self-reliance. A practical step today is to start a small container or raised bed garden, selecting high-yield vegetables like potatoes, carrots, or beans. Learning to preserve harvests through canning, drying, or root cellaring, as World War II families did, ensures that your garden's bounty lasts through shortages or emergencies. Cooking stoves and heat sources were crucial when conventional utilities failed. Coal or wood stoves were more than convenience. They were survival engines. Families relied on them not only for cooking, but also for warmth and water heating. Maintaining a reliable heat source became a skill in itself, requiring careful fuel management and efficient stove operation. Today, learning to use compact camping stoves, propane burners, or wood-burning cookers can replicate this critical survival function. Practice boiling water, cooking staples, and even baking small breads or stews using minimal fuel. Understanding how to maximize heat efficiency and rotate fuel reserves can make the difference between comfort and crisis in a survival scenario. Basic medical kits and hygiene tools prevented illness from becoming fatal. Access to hospitals and professional care was limited during the war, making basic medical knowledge and tools essential. Families kept small first aid kits stocked with antiseptics, bandages, pain relievers, and herbal remedies. Hygiene tools such as soap, towels, and disinfectants prevented disease outbreaks that could quickly decimate a household. The lesson is timeless. A well-prepared family knows how to treat wounds, manage minor illnesses, and maintain sanitation under extreme conditions. Today, build a comprehensive first aid kit, include essential medications, and practice wound care and sanitation routines. Even simple steps like sterilizing water or creating makeshift bandages can replicate the strategies that saved countless lives during World War II. These 5 essential survival tools weren't luxury items. They were lifelines. They show us that preparation, ingenuity, and disciplined use of simple tools can mean the difference between life and death in extreme circumstances. Whether it's a hand-crank radio keeping you informed, a carefully rationed pantry, a thriving garden, a functional cooking stove, or a well-stocked medical kit, the principles behind these tools remain just as relevant today. If you found this guide insightful and want more deep dives into the practical survival lessons from history, subscribe to The Prepper Historian, hit the notification bell, and share this video with fellow history buffs and survival enthusiasts. Every one of these tools carries a story, a lesson, and a strategy you can apply now. Don't let these lessons from World War II be forgotten.